Hi everyone! How do you think? What kind of stone is this? This, my friends, is a Paraiba. The photo isn't mine, it was sent by my colleagues. When we posted it on our Instagram, there were hot debates how this can be considered a Paraiba at all. After all, it's usually the color of the sea wave. So let's figure out today what this Paraiba is and what it's all about. Now, let's dive into the world of Paraiba. It's actually a type of tourmaline known for its neon blue or green colors. And believe it or not, tourmaline is considered a semi-precious gemstone by the standards of many countries. But hold on to your hats, because Paraiba tourmalines have skyrocketed in price by a whopping 2,000% over the last 10 years. Nowadays, it can cost up to $250,000 per carat. I mean, they're giving rubies, sapphires, and even diamonds a run for their money. As many of you already know, that stone, named after the region where it's found in, which is Paraiba, Brazil. But the mining there wasn't exactly rock solid, if you know what I mean. It quickly ran out, so what do people do? They hop on over to Africa, grab some of those stones, and bring them back to Brazil to sell to the tourists. It's like a global rock rally trace. And it's not just in Brazil. Over in Sri Lanka, those crafty dealers are pulling a similar stunt. They swoop into Madagascar, snag some blue sapphires, and then turn around and sell them in Sri Lanka like they are locally sourced. How does this happen? The thing is, the tourmaline from an African deposit is identical in its properties and chemical composition to the Brazilian one. That's why it's also called Paraiba, even though it's not from Brazil at all. So, is Paraiba just a fancy color or something more? Well, no. It's more like a brand, if you will, the same as Mahanga spinel. Can we call any neon aquamarine tourmaline Paraiba? That's like calling any greenstone an honorary member of the Emerald Club. It just doesn't work that way, darling. Finally, who said that a Paraiba tourmaline come in one color only? Let's have a look at this picture. As you can see, there are various hues and colors including green and purple. Well, I have seen a green Paraiba with my own eyes, but I have never encountered a purple one yet. Let's have a look at a classic hue first. It is a very recognizable color of the blue lagoon. But the green ones are no less attractive and for sure no cheaper. There are also sky blue and purple Paraiba, or the polychrome one. So the question is, how do we define a Paraiba tourmaline? The answer we will seek in science. We have prepared a lab certificate with a spectrogram. It's like a DNA test for gemstones. And for the skeptics out there, it's not just a piece of paper. You can actually jump on an official website of the laboratory, enter the date and number, and boom, it's a real deal. You also can just scan this QR code. It's like tracking your online order, but way more glamorous. So what does a certificate say about the gem? You can see the stone itself right now on your screen, by the way. It says a neon blue natural tourmaline. The color, by the way, can be called in different ways, as each laboratory have their own color names range. The word Paraiba we see only in brackets. Again, because it is just a trademark. This laboratory mentioned it, but another might just skip it as it's not an official name. However, furthermore, in a comment we can see the following. This copper and manganese bearing tourmaline may be called as Paraiba tourmaline in trade. So what makes them think this tourmaline can be identified as Paraiba if not the color? That's where we start looking at the spectrogram. Let's skip all this abracadabra, shall we? What we do want to look at here is the amount of copper which is found in this exact gem. As you can see, that's a lot. So the industry standard stands that if copper in tourmaline is found to be the main or the dominating chromophore, that is the thing which gives the color itself, then such a tourmaline can be called Paraiba, even if it is actually mined in Mozambique. So the mystery is solved. This gem, which provoked all this whole discussion, is indeed a Paraiba tourmaline, as the main chromophore here is copper. Yes, it happened so due to some conditions. It formed this unusual color combination, but it is still a Paraiba nevertheless. So, I hope you have learned something from this little video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you very soon.